Brushmasters. Here we are raising money, having some fun. People are slinging paint. We're having a blast, and we're supporting Ronald McDonald House Charities for Chicagoland and Northern Indiana. To date, 15 years, the Brushmasters have raised over $1 million for Ronald McDonald House. And my goal, personally, as one of the auction team, is that we can raise $100,000 this weekend. It's a big ask, but you know what? We're helping people in a deep, deep way right here in the community. So thanks for your attention. Thanks for your interest.
One of the great treats of coming to World of Wheels and stopping by Brushmasters is to see some great artists. But in this case, we're seeing a race car driver, and we're going to see a car letter and graphic artist guy that just surpassed known around the Midwest. Racing name James Bond 007. You saw that on late model cars. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Collier and his wife. How you doing?
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming down there today.
And how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. He was inducted into the Stock Car Hall of Fame as
This is what I heard. Can you tell us how all that went down?
Well, he didn't go in as a driver. He went in as a sign painter.
I noticed that when I read the publicity thing.
Yes, and he has his own little niche there with his sign kit that he used to use, and he hand lettered a lot of the stock cars back in the day. I was a very young fan.
Yeah.
What can I say?
It was, well, Raceway Park in those days.
But I married James Bond.
Yeah. This is true. She married James Bond.
She still calls me Mr. Bond.
I have to do, there's a little secret here that I didn't know this until I did a little research on you, but his first year racing when you were very young, he went by Boris Bedenoff. Now, is there a background to this too?
Bad enough. Well, I used to watch the program.
We all love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But I just got a kick out of that when I read that. I thought, Boris Bedenoff, the Russian spy?
Bad enough.
The man in black. There he is.
He used other names because he didn't think his mother would find out.
Oh, yeah. That's what I had read as well.
Yeah.
And you told me in the past years.
He doesn't know how clever mothers can be.
Well, yeah, I would bet. So, before we wrap things up, are you still doing signs?
Oh, yes. I still do a lot of black churches.
Wow.
I make a 13-foot sign by 3-foot high.
It's quite large.
Yes.
Wow.
I have a 16-foot bench in the basement of our home.
This is great. So, this is an annual event for you folks?
It is. We've been here from the beginning, and he and I check in the artwork, or myself and another
and
lady.
It's always busy around here.
It's always busy, so that's good. So we come down for at least 2 of the days and check in the artwork.
Because it is a long weekend.
Yes, it does get a little tiring after a while, but it's for a good cause.
Oh, absolutely. You Brushmasters have always.
Our daughter was born with a tumor on her eye, and the very first Ronald McDonald house was in a house. It was in an old Chicago 2-flat.
Really?
And they offered us a room there, and we have 2 rooms, I think, at the Laurie Children's Hospital.
I found that out about your organization with the money you brought forward.
So it's a great organization to give to, and everything counts. T-shirts, signs, whatever. The money goes to a good cause.
Absolutely, and the people very much get into the bidding that goes on.
Correct. That's due to our auctioneer that's there in the garbage can over there.
We'll catch up with him in a minute. Anyhow, at this point,
he's a good guy.
I want to shake your hand, sir. This is a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for
Dan,
the interview.
Boris, James, all the above.
Yes.
And thank you for stepping
You're
up too.
welcome. No problem.
Bless you guys. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure. And congratulations on your induction into the Stock Car Racing Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
Okay, stay with us. We got more coming right here from World of Wheels 2023.
Oh yeah? Where at? Where you going? Getting married at on the campus last night. And about campus, yeah.
Because even though I'm Italian, I speak very.
He's super smiley, so he's very photogenic. Yeah, you're gonna wave.
Hi, ciao.
Some of the things that we love around here is the unique kind of racing, and even everybody knows oval track racing, NASCAR, etc. It all starts somewhere, and it starts somewhere in a really cool scale. And we're going to find out more about it. Take a look at this car. Your name first.
Hey, I'm Brandon Wynn.
Brandon Wing, and I see your name on this car. First of all, what division or class do you run this vehicle in?
I run this in the series called American Super Cup Series.
Okay.
They're half scale NASCARs. Go about 70 to 80 miles per hour on just a normal track.
Okay, on a normal track, would that be like a quarter-mile oval?
Quarter mile, half mile, third mile.
Wow, this will run on a half mile.
It could. But
Do you have to change the gearing at all?
you would have to change you would have to change the gearing, some suspension stuff, and you could.
Okay, interesting. So, do you tour with a group of cars, or do you have a home track? Or
I tour with a group of cars. We go racing Rockford and all over Wisconsin.
wow, I am totally blown away. So then you have a normal season with points accumulation.
Yeah, every race and practice you get fast time, you get some extra points. Qualifying, you get fast time in qualifying, you get some extra points. You win races and you get fastest lap in those races. You get some extra points with that.
Wow, that's a good program.
It is.
I mean, it gives you the incentive to, and if your car's running good one night, you got it. You know?
Yeah.
Anyhow, a couple of quick things. I mentioned to you, or asked you about it off camera, but we could tell our fans here a little bit about the drivetrain. What type of engine powers this? Amount of cylinders or CC displacement? Or
This car has a Honda GX390, a single cylinder putting out 20 to 23 horsepower.
wow,
Like I said, gives us 70 to 80 miles per hour. Really fast on those short tracks. On like let's say Dell's Raceway,
right?
we have the same speed going around the corners as a late model.
Wow.
But during the straights, they are way faster than us.
Yeah, the acceleration, the speed, and
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, what's it feel like going into turn one and going into turn two, coming out of going down the back straightaway, coming out of two, with being this low to the ground, and again, the corner speed you're talking about.
Oh, when you're going in, you have to keep all your momentum up, because if you lower that momentum way too much, you're going to lose all that speed. It's going to take you about 1 to 2 laps to get all that momentum back up.
Okay.
But then once you're going down the straightaway, if you have a run on the guy in front of you and he's holding low, you got to kind of play those mind tricks with him to make him go up high so you could swoop under him.
Wow. So there is an interesting strategy here. And I would be remiss if I don't, before I walk away, to ask, where do you see yourself down the road? Are you going to stay with this? Are you going to expand into some other programs?
I'm planning on moving up to division like INX Legends, a Midwest truck, or a Pro late model.
Okay, Legends is good. Midwest truck is really good too.
Yeah.
You know. All right. Hey, listen. Thanks for taking the time. We came by earlier. You weren't here, but we wanted to know more about you, the car, and stuff. I'm gonna grab a hand, dude. Good luck with your racing career, and thanks for stepping up.
No problem.
Okay. Stay with us. We got more coming. take it a step farther. This is video. I'm going to ask you your name. Okay. This is, you didn't know what you got into. Does he have an agent yet, or what?
He should. He wants to go into showbiz.
Okay, dude, this is your debut. Okay, this is the car culture. Everybody knows everybody else. These folks just came up and said hi, and we're going to find out who they are. First of all, we'll start with you, and you are?
Thomas McHugh.
Tom. Okay, I heard you're like a super car buff, and
yeah,
it's kind of like the TV stuff too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down for that.
Tell them why it's in your blood.
My family, back in the day, my grandfather used to make a lot of doom buggies, and
no kidding.
Yeah.
Those were on Volkswagen chassis?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, there's some in this show you'll probably run into.
Yes.
To this day, they show up at cruise nights and everything else.
If it could be built or raced, my father did it.
Really?
And I've been in the car business for 18 years myself.
Okay, and your name?
I'm Carolyn McHugh. I work for Garber Chevy in Highland, Indiana.
Okay. Garber, you should love this employee.
They love me already.
Yeah, I'm sure. But whatever. But going there, the years you've gone there. But how long have you been coming to like the World of Wheels coming in town?
Oh God, since I was a kid. My dad used to show here when I was a kid.
Okay.
When we sold the dune buggies to go on other trips, he bought a one-seater called the Sandblaster, and he raced hill climbs.
No kidding.
For years, he raced go-karts, motorcycles.
Wow.
Grew up with Smoking 30 drag strip, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, this is great.
US 30.
We love it.
Okay, thank you so much for stepping up. And you brought me down memory lane with the dune buggies. Now I'm flashing back to all the metal flake glass bodies I would see through the years. And the headers on the Volkswagen engines in the back.
Yeah.
They were a riot to drive. They were so much
we had
fun
a lot of fun.
Do you have one maybe still from the family in your possession?
No,
Wow.
Unfortunately, but we got lots of videos and pictures and trophies,
and that's not out of the question for down the road too.
Right,
so.
right. But thank you, and thanks for putting on a great
absolutely.
show.
Thanks for coming up. I'm going to grab your hand, brother.
What's your name?
Jim.
Jim, nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Take care. Okay, we're walking through here, and I've got to admit, I've seen this Galaxy 500 out on many shows in the Chicagoland area, cruise nights, and everything else. I just wanted to find out more about it. We ran onto the owner, and your name, sir?
Mike Gartuga.
Mike, I've seen you at a lot of the cruise nights and car shows. This is a crowd pleaser. People stand still to see this. Take me through it. How long have you had it?
I've owned a car for 2 years, and it's finally in a position where I could bring it to the World of Wheels for the first time. The motor had to be rebuilt. I had a new transmission, 5-speed transmission put in. And the first thing that really blew up on me was the rear end.
Really?
Yeah, the spider gears kept clanking, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And I was going on my way to a cruise night, and I went to make a turn, and I heard a loud explosion. And my foot was off the clutch, but the car wasn't moving. So I put it in reverse, and it backed up.
Okay.
So I backed it all the way back into the garage and left it, got it fixed. And then they pulled the motor out and found out that one of the heads was cracked.
Okay.
And
was that a cast iron head or?
Cast iron head. They welded it. They were able to weld it back up, fix it.
That's good.
Yeah. So they rebuilt the whole motor. They said everything was wore out. So I had the whole motor rebuilt. Everything was new except for the crankshaft. The transmission has been waiting for 2 years to be put in this car.
Okay.
And they finally got that in. And the rear end, like I said, that was changed.
What's how tall of a gear are you running back there?
What was that?
The rear end gear.
Oh, it's a 390.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's got to kick you back in the seat a little bit.
Well, it does, but cruising is beautiful with the 5-speed.
I was just gonna say, if you got the overdrive going on in the trans,
exactly,
you can do your highway stuff going in between meets and stuff.
We went to Springfield last September for the big show over there.
Yeah.
60 to 65 miles an hour. It never went over $2,000.
Oh man, you could. That is great.
Yeah.
That is great.
Yeah.
couple of things, because folks at home, you're not going to know this, but I've actually heard this car open header when you have a couple of times when you've left car shows that I've been at, and again, I've heard it some big blocks before. What is unique about? Is it the cam? It's just a very unique sound to this car.
There is a cam in it. It's a pretty wild cam, and it's stroked.
Okay. Okay.
So it's actually it went from a 427 to a 482 cubic inch.
Okay.
And it's pushing 550 horse with 580 foot-pounds of torque.
Wow. Wow. And the last thing I want to ask you is, for maybe folks that don't understand this, what is a Q code of?
Q code is a single 4-barrel. Our code is the dual quads.
Okay. So a lot of people, they get confused if they don't, when they look at the manifold.
Well, they don't. A lot of people didn't. I didn't even know that back. Back in the day. My brother did buy an R code brand new back in '63, and he raced his at the amphitheater.
Oh, the guy, yes.
So, and he won.
Okay.
So, and this, when I looked at the flags and said it was a 427,
right,
and it only had one like a 4-barrel. That's when I found out it was a Q code.
Right.
Then I looked it up, and they only made a 1,000.
That's where the rarity comes in. Yeah. Anyhow, listen, I know I got you away. You got a bunch of people looking at your car. I'm going to grab a hand. Thanks so much for stepping up and talking with us.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Enjoy this car every time you bring it out. Everybody loves it.
I enjoy it too.
Okay. Take care.
All right.
You're on TV.
Yay. Hi.
You know what? What's your name?
JT.
Okay, JT, you're a TV star.
Yay.
All right. Get him an agent.
I was just saying that he's so personable and offering flyers and
a flyer for our car show this year.
You know, you got a PR guy here.
I think I do.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to take a break later.
Yeah.
He can run with it.
Oh, I will.
I know you will. When I was your age, I hid. I couldn't do this. Wasn't. You are a natural, so.
The flyer for our show.
Yes.
Is right there.
Yes. Lay it
the flyer
on.
for our show is right over there.
Okay.
Years and Years 45 for the Midwest Street Rod Association. Grab a flyer and come on out.
Will do. Fourth Sunday in June. Okay. And I'm gonna so you know who we are. Because if we're looking for people down the road, I think you're the guy.
The other one you can take your job to. He's a great photographer. He's made books.
I do photography on the side myself. Yeah. It's sort of like your natural abilities sort of encircle. But what do you like to take photos of?
Cars.
Really? Okay. Because I was into, for a while, believe it or not, old farms, abandoned farms, old gas stations where the gas pumps are still there and stuff like that. I mean, that's it kind of ties in with cars too.
Down Route 66, we took
I've
a
done.
tour. They've got a lot of old
Yeah,
gas
I've
stations.
done a lot. Odell, Illinois has a lot of. If you ever go by there, it's a lot of photo-worthy stuff there. A couple of restored gas stations. One is a national landmark. It's a standard station. In Odell. Absolutely. You guys will enjoy it.
We were going down to Champaign. The kids went to U of I. And there was some. I know you're talking about the farms because the Lightwood hit this old abandoned barn, and when I knew it was my last trip, I had to pull over on the expressway.
Did you get it?
Yes, I did.
Great, because lighting sometimes is everything on the subject matter. If you get dusk, dawn, just you know what I mean.
It's so much character, and you have to wonder all the years that was, productive.
Right. Sadly, a lot of that stuff gets plowed over now.
Sure does.
And
Nice talk. It's a shame.
absolutely. Nice to have a good hand there, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all business. He's still rolling. Okay, one of the things I love about World of Wheels, and not to keep on repeating myself, is the variety of vehicles you see here. I've always had a special spot for 1950s cars. This 57 Ford just touched me. We found the owner, and your name?
I'm Bill Lagos.
Bill, how long have you had this? And just tell me about it, how you got it to where it is today.
Well, I had this car about 10 years. Found it in California.
Really?
It was at the Pomona Swap Meet, and it was in pieces on a trailer.
No
and
kidding.
So we got it back here, and it was about a 2-year project to restore it, to make it look sort of original. The colors are typical of two-tone colors from the 50s.
I'll give you that too.
But they're modified a little bit. It's got some pearl in it, and
I see in the white for
so
sure.
it
It's
pops
gorgeous.
a little bit. And it's a 2-door wagon, which are pretty rare. Station wagons were typically 4-door
I was going to bring that
cars.
up, but you got me there already.
So it's a 2-door wagon, which is pretty unusual. Found a period correct surfboard for it. It's actually, we still have the California plates on the car.
Okay.
And it's just a fun car to drive.
I have to compliment you on the way you did the interior too. Not only does it pick up on the color theme, it has that original feel to it.
It does, yeah. The same style, the way the original seats were shaped, has the same look to it.
Now, go ahead. I was going to say
it's got airbags, air ride suspension, so we had to lower it down.
Yeah, I was going to say you got a nice level.
It's just a fun car to drive. You know, it's one of those kind of cars where people look at it and it makes them smile. You know, a lady was here just a little while ago. She said, "I was born in '57. Can I take a picture?" I said, "You got to get in the car to take a picture."
Wow, that's...
So, yeah, we have a lot of fun with it.
All right.
You know, we enjoy having kids sit in it, you know, because it really promotes the hobby. And it pays it forward, and that's what it's all about.
I wanted to walk to the front of the car.
Sure,
Just ask you about the. I think it's a 5.0 engine in here now. Is that okay? Is that like out of a pony car?
It is out of a pony car, yeah.
Okay.
So it's fuel injected.
Okay.
And, so just to make it, you know, really dependable, left the computer running all the fuel injection and the transmission.
Okay.
Overdrive, trans, so it goes right down the road.
The. I'm just loving that front end, the chrome, the grill work. Oh, it's just so nice. I have to ask though, on the original, when you said you bought it in pieces out of California, did it originally come with that stainless steel package on the side? Was that an upgrade?
It does, yeah. This is called the Del Rio trim package.
Okay.
So it's a Ford Ranch Wagon Del Rio trim package.
Okay.
They did make other packages like this where they're not quite as elaborate. There's
Right.
only one single chrome
Right,
strip
because
or
I
stainless
kind of
strip.
always envisioned the ranch wagon as being sort of like the working wagon.
Right.
You know.
So
this almost looks like a Galaxy 500 from the side.
A lot of it has that kind of influence.
Yeah, it
to
has that feel.
The Ford Ranchero actually is this exact same body. They just cut the back of it off and made a pickup truck out of it. And you could get that Ranchero with the upgraded trim package like that.
Okay.
So,
and if I'm not mistaken, your doors and everything are the same Ranchero type
exactly.
doors.
That door you can put on a Ranchero.
Yeah. Anyhow, listen, thanks so much for stepping up.
My pleasure.
Beautiful car. Enjoy it every time you bring it out, and it sounds like the crowd loves it too.
Yeah,
So
it's a lot of fun. Thanks for
You
stopping.
bet. Take care. Okay, we're up here rocking in the Tuner Galleria. Ran across a bad beast, a Mazda 2018. Kyle owns it. We're gonna find out more about it. Kyle, how you doing today?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
Okay, I'm doing it. Listen, tell me about this car. How long have you had it?
Had it about a year and a half now. First show I've currently entered it in.
Really?
Work in progress was kind of a last minute decision.
They always are a work in progress, you know. This I gotta hand it to you. It's looking really good. It's looking show-worthy right now.
Thank you. Planning to put a wide body kit on it next year. So.
All right, that'll really make it kick.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about this roof. This is so cool.
It is a hardtop convertible. Special option for the Miata.
Yeah.
There's a soft top. Crossed over there.
Well, you see a load of soft tops, but I don't see this on the street that much.
No, sir.
How did you get a line on that?
Happened to cross down the dealership. I saw it. I said I wanted it.
Oh yeah. And that probably wouldn't have been around long.
It was only on the lot 2 days.
I got you. And I got to ask you about the paint. Was it like that when you bought it, or?
It's wrapped. The original
Okay.
color is a pearl white.
Okay. This is a beautiful wrap job. I just saw you wiping it down. The gloss on it you got is off the top.
Thank you.
So, go ahead.
It's a special color wrap, limited edition.
Okay.
It's a hyper gloss lavender.
Okay. It just looks so good underneath these lights. I can imagine what it looks like in daylight.
Yes, sir. It looks gorgeous.
One last thing before you put the wide kit on, are you going to do some changing with the wheels then too, or?
So with the wide body kit, I'm gonna do air ride.
Okay.
And with that, I'm gonna do wider wheels.
Okay.
Looking at a positive 15 offset. So
wow, that's gonna get into some money.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Anyhow, thanks for stepping up. Letting us look at your car. Have a good show. I'm gonna grab a hand there, buddy. Take care.
Nice meeting you.
You bet. Okay, we just rolled up on a, I wanted to call it a Nissan, but that wouldn't be right.
No, it's a Datsun,
It's a Datsun.
510, yeah.
Datsun 510. Okay, we caught up with the owner, and your name?
Luis.
Luis. It is so cool. I don't know where to start. First of all, how did you find this vehicle?
It was actually in the family.
Really?
Yeah, I found it, well, I came here on vacation, went to my uncle's house and found it in his backyard, and yeah. we
I love these stories.
Yeah, no, we kind of had a little barbecue, talked about the car, and then I ended up purchasing it probably like a year later, and back in 07, so I've had it since.
Wow.
Yep.
Just everything you've done, if we can walk on the side. I mean, I love it. From the roll cage to your selection of rims to the paint, what did you have to do to bring the engine back and the drivetrain back?
Redid the carburetors. I have a different transmission now at 5-speed out of a 280ZX. Threw the Weber carburetors on it.
Oh, that's cool.
It's actually the original color, but it was resprayed, obviously, because previous condition of the paint was not the greatest.
Okay, yeah.
So,
no, the color is, I didn't know it was original, I mean, an original offering color.
Yeah, it is.
But it's like perfect.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love the color, so I wanted to keep it on the vehicle. So decided to, when I redid the car, keep the original color.
Now, did you do anything with the suspension?
Yes, it's got coilover suspension in the front, and in the back it's got fiberglass leaf composite springs.
Really?
Yeah, so bring it down lower and stiffen up the suspension.
Okay, okay. Now, during like the summer months and stuff like that, do you show the car, or you just drive it? Or?
Drive it, show it. I try to at least get it out at least once or twice a month. So yeah, I drive it to work once in a while, and then I just enjoy it. It's pretty much what I've been trying to do with it.
Okay, it caught my eye. What was the production year again on this?
71.
71,
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. And of course, I think V210 was their opening.
I think the V210 came in a little bit after the 510.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think it came like in the mid 70s, late 70s.
Okay.
So I think it was the 510 that came out first, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Anyhow, listen, I'm going to grab a hand.
Hey.
Thank you so much
you.
for stepping up, and enjoy this car every time you bring it out. It's really special.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Jump in there somewhere. I've seen the duck before here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Last year,
and I think I came up to you as well. Okay. Looking very tall again. Very nice. Very into the music.
Oh, definitely a wardrobe change this year.
Yeah, I caught that on the tail.
Little
That's nice.
astrological girl.
Yeah. I'm digging it. It's making a lot of friends too, right?
Yes, absolutely. This year she's met so many people. Stopped every 5 seconds. Said hello to old faces, new faces too.
Okay. And to refresh our fans at home, your name and the name of the duck.
My name's Katie, my fiance Devin over there, and then Bo the duck. Mother Ducker on Instagram, _Mother Ducker.
You got it. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. All right, we're walking through again up in the Gallerina. Got some really cool cars up here. Ran across the guy. What's your name, buddy?
Raymond.
Raymond, tell me about this ride. How long have you had it make, year, the whole 9 yards?
It's a 2001 Honda Prelude Type SH.
Okay.
I've had it for this upcoming November. It'll be about 4 years.
Okay. Wow. Again, the wheels, what you did is the suspension off the top. I really like it. Do you cruise with this car, or do you just bring it out special occasions?
It actually was my daily for about 3 years.
No
but-
kidding.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
before you started getting into it.
I finally got a second car, so
yeah,
I'm trying to keep the mileage low.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Original paint?
Yeah, original paint.
Dude, it looks nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When I first got the car, it was hurt. Like, it needed all suspension. It had dry rotted tires. So I had a white Prelude before this, but I got rear-ended and it got totaled.
Wow.
So, but I kept the car. So probably about 90% of the interior in here is from my other one because it was a lot cleaner than this one.
Okay.
I put my carbon hood on it. When I got the hood, it was clear coat flaking, everything. I brought it into work, I sanded it all down, and there's probably like 7 layers of clear coat on there. Everyone asks me all the time how I keep it so good.
Yeah.
But
no, it looks great. Again, I was walking by, caught my eye, came back. Wasn't sure if you were around the car, but one last question. How was the drivetrain and how's that been holding up?
it's holding up pretty good.
Okay.
I don't drive it very much anymore now that I got my daily.
Sure.
But when I drive it, it doesn't ever, I always have a smile on my face every time I'm driving it.
All right. And I'm just gonna guess this, but it looks like it's a nice handling car.
Yeah, it handles pretty well.
Okay.
It actually, to be honest, for as low as it is, it actually rides pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a little bumpy, but
no, but I bet it corners damn good.
Yeah, it's not shaky. It doesn't vibrate. Other than like the bounciness from the road, it rides pretty good.
All right. Listen, I'm gonna grab a hand. Thanks for stepping up, dude.
Thank you.
Good luck with the car. Enjoy it.
Thank you. You guys have a good night.
You too. Okay, again, we're up here in the Tuner Galleria, and awesome cars, one after the other. We ran across this Honda. It is Kickass. It is a street machine that I just got to talk and find my more. Here's the owner, and your name?
David.
David, I know I just grabbed you away from dinner.
No, that's
David's
fine.
really being a good sport.
Oh yeah.
You know, looked like a good barbecue sandwich.
Oh yeah, it was really good. Don't get me wrong.
Anyhow, hey, take me through this car. First of all, how long have you had it?
I had it for about almost 2 years.
Okay.
So the build was about a brand new. Voided the warranty by the next month after that. So as you can see, but it took me a while to get all the parts. It took about a year and a half just to get it all set up.
Just the aftermarket, the ground effects on it, the carbon fiber fenders and hood. Where did you find all that stuff?
I bought that all at MA Performance.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Just the set off on the car is, even the visors on the windows. I mean, what you've added to the car gives it so much depth and personality, man.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't want to go too over it. I just want it simple, nice and clean. That's
It's
the way
nice
I
and
like
clean,
it.
but it's badass looking.
Thank you,
know?
appreciate it.
Okay. Last question before you go back to dinner. Tell me about those wheels and the lift, the lowering and lift kit.
Well, the lift kit is a airlift performance.
Okay.
So then I got it directly from them. The wheels I got them from Fitment Industries.
They're beautiful.
They're SSR GTX 04s.
Okay.
They're 19 by 9.5, 38 offset. Not the original color. I actually got them powder coated. It's a cotton candy blue pearl.
Okay.
So it looks white now, but if you look at it at an angle, it's got like a blue.
No, I noticed that when I walked by it.
Yeah.
The spokes were changing color.
Yeah. So once it hits in the sun, it'll totally
here
change
you
color.
got- yeah. You get natural light, man.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last thing, the interior looks so good. Is that a stock piece, or did you do some
stock
stuff?
the seats. I changed them because originally they were red and black, so I got them from Brom. So I ended up getting the ball black with the red stitching, and
it's a good set off.
Yeah, and it's more comfortable than the stock.
They look like they hug you.
Yeah, they do.
You know.
They do.
Okay, and last thing, the transmission that's in here.
It's a stock transmission.
Okay.
Everything I have in the motor is all bolt-on, downpipe, full exhaust, HKS, intercooler with the piping.
Okay.
So it's all fully all bolt-on.
All right, dude, love the car. Thank you. I really appreciate you coming out for dinner to talk to us.
No problem.
I'm gonna grab
Thank
a
you
hand.
very much.
Enjoy the car every time you bring it
No,
up.
I will.
All right. Thanks again. Yeah. Okay, we're again going one great car after another up here in the Tuner Galleria. Nothing like German engineering, nothing like a German sports car, nothing like a Porsche. We can find out more. And your name?
Vincent Delicious.
Vince, tell me about your Porsche, man. How long have you had it?
So I have it for 5 years now.
Okay.
It was built under our shop SDR Garage.
Okay, I saw that on the window.
Yeah, so it's a collaboration between the owner, my best buddy, Francis Reyes, the owner of SDR Garage.
Okay.
Then this is like a custom wide body, 101, pretty much. Then we send the wheels out to California because, I mean, at Illinois, they don't have any chroming here, so we send it out.
I've never seen wheels like that and that offset on the rear.
Yes, sir. So we really meant for it. We put the specs into it to make it for this car specifically, sir.
Okay. What about the suspension? You make any changes with that?
It's on a H&R coilovers.
Okay.
So that's what we chose to instead of going bags. So we did coilovers instead of bags.
Okay.
Yep.
And the drivetrain is pretty much good, but the way from the factory. But did you do anything?
Nothing much. And
you really didn't have to.
Yeah, we didn't do much of it. It's like basic bolt-ons, intake, exhaust, then downpipes. So pretty much that's what we did on this one. And just not to confuse everyone, this is a 996 that we fully converted to 997.
Okay, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking.
Yes, sir. So
I'm getting confused.
Just not to get confused.
But that was a good, clever idea.
Yes, sir. It's a 996 that fully converted to 997 front end.
Wow.
Yes,
Dude,
sir.
This is the way to do Porsche. And before I walk away, I got to ask, what that rear spoiler? I've never seen one quite like that.
It's a 997 GT2 wing.
Okay. I should have. I walked right into that one. Anyhow, listen, thank you so much for stepping up. I know you were having dinner and
no worries, sir.
Your friends are going, hey.
No worries, sir.
Okay, but it was a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Enjoy this car every time you bring it.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right.
Back in high school, I used to bust into the best. Now I hit the LB on the duffels in my hands. I didn't have a set 13 hours till I
The photographer's been following us around. Sorry.
Take 5-10.
Deja vu. He's following us or what? Where are you going next? No, I was looking for. Are these the Chi-Town girls?
Yeah, Chi-Bait.
Chi-Bait, okay.
Hey, get back a little bit, Danny, so everybody can come out. Get back a little bit. There you go, yeah. Make it work. There you go. Oh my God. All right. I have a donation. I can catch me outside. That right.
Outside?
I'm the one. You with my beer, bro. How about you with the fork?
Am I looking at the Chi-Town girls?
You are.
No, you can't be serious. Really?
That's the boss right there.
Boss, these your women here? Can I take some video? Oh, okay. Okay. You getting tired yet? Long day?
It hasn't been that long, no. Last year was longer.
Really?
Last year we were here from like 12 to 10.
Do you have to do the whole weekend?
No, we're just doing today, just today.
Okay. Sorry, quick interview. We know you guys are killer busy. You can't walk 10 feet without.
Right.
Yeah, okay. All right, but you're all beautiful, and we just wanted to get, Okay, we're at AC Variety, and these are.
Chi-Bait!
Okay, and we're going to get some first names, and you are?
Nemo. Janet.
Simone. Bree. Anais.
We have someone occupied here. We're going to turn around. We're going to turn around and give me your name.
Oh, there you go.
Karina.
All right. She was busy, Karina. But okay. So, what do you guys do, and the rest of your time here and other events? Are you available for hire to do events and stuff?
Yes. Follow us at 312 Shy Babes on Instagram. You can book us for any event.
Period.
Whatever
Okay.
you want.
And Shy Babes, you are all Chicagoans, right?
Chicago.
Okay. Born and bred. Where else are you going to get this kind of beauty? You know what I mean? Nowhere. Oh, listen, thanks. The Chicago, you're right. It's another name. Okay, thanks so much. Enjoy your night.
Beautiful women. Can I take a picture with you, please? Thank you.
Yeah. Take a picture.
Yeah. Where'd he go?
Wow, this has been a long day and we ain't got much time left, but we're here by True Color Motorsports.
Who's the proprietor here?
I believe it's Scott, but I don't see anyone
Scott
around
McCoy?
right now. I think so, the
Well,
one and only.
there's nobody back there right now.
We may have to come back next year. We do love World of Wheels.
Ceramic, smooth as glass. It's liquid, man. But where's Scott?
Stay tuned. We're going to be wrapping up at World of Wheels in Rosemont 2023.
If anybody sees Scott, please return him to the booth. Thank you.
Hey, my name is Alyssa and you're hanging with Clem.
What's up? World of Wheels, baby! Showtime, baby! Yeah, buddy. Gunnar, you have no reaction whatsoever? Are you alive?
Yeah, 90th in Austin. 90th in Austin, 91st in Austin. That's
Okay.
where I live. That's where
Were you the original owner?
Oh yeah.
Okay, now, if you're the person I think you are, I bought a green Z28 from you.
Yeah. Guy.
Is it a small world or what?
We're pointing cars out, so they had one of those.
The green one, yeah. The green one with the black stripes. Yeah. I bought it from him.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
The apartment building where you were living at the time.
Actually, I was.
Wasn't it?
I was working for Sears Service in Hickory Hills part-time, going to college or high school.
Yeah.
And lived in Oklahoma with my parents, actually.
Yeah.
But a guy had tipped me off, one of the Sears servicemen that lived in the area of 90th, your house.
Right.
You had the car on the front lawn. On display.
On and off.
Yeah. And he said, you ought to go look at this car. It's not, I know you had a transplanted engine in there. I eventually changed the drivetrain. It was a 307.
Yeah, right. Well, that's how I bought the car. The motor was stolen. That's how I
Right, there was the rear end was the only thing original in there. Yeah.
And the steering box I took out because it had a manual steering box and I converted it to power steering.
Okay.
And then what happened?
And I knew you were working on this. At that time, it wasn't even lettered.
Right.
It was
all black or all blue.
And then a few years later, I saw you a couple of times at US 30. I used to be there helping on a crew with a run-tough eliminator car called Common Sense.
Okay.
You familiar with High Precision Automotive in Orland Park?
I know, Orland Park, yeah. I'm familiar with the name, never been there.
Okay. That was the owner, well, eventually, that was the owner that went to High Precision, that I used to help out. They used to be in racing years ago.
Okay.
Anyhow, small world, I went by, I saw stage fright. I took about 5 steps with the crew here.
Yeah.
And I thought, no, it can't be. Then I'm going black 57, black 57. I looked at you a couple of times and I thought, okay, what do I got to lose? I'm going to come up and say something,
Yeah. Nice.
So, anyhow, what was your name again?
Joe.
Joe, okay. All right, I remember your dad was alive and stuff back then. I hope everything's...
He's gone.
Is he? Also mine.
Yeah, my mom and both are gone now, but yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Same thing with my parents.
Yeah, they get old.
Yeah, they do. But it was so. Now, do you? We're rolling right now, right? So, did you get the story here? This is good. Okay. Do you do exhibition runs with this or anything?
This was parked for 47 years. It hadn't been out until 2017 is the first time it came out. I mean, yeah, 17, right? Yep. 2017, I got it out of the barn. I think there's pictures in the front, all dusty and dirty. My daughter, everyone wanted to get it out. So we dragged it out, all dusty, dirty, went on Oak Park Car Show, and then it started getting it together. Okay. I almost had it running Wednesday night, 2:30 in the morning. I was trying to get the motor and I was having trouble with adjusting the valves. Turning it over by hand, adjusting the valves, and I had a tight spot. So I didn't want to put fuel in it and fire it up by the fire going to damage.
In case it's spinning something, a bearing or something.
I think it was the cylinder's rusty because, like I said, I parked it in the barn for 47 years. Heated barn most of the time, but I parked it with a little bit of water in the block on the bottom, and it caused rust. So it was my mistake. I should have clogged the motor, and I didn't.
Who anticipated parking for 47
never
years? You know, you never thought that was in the cards, you know.
No,
I got it. My hat's off to you the way you're presenting it today, though.
Thank you.
And it's just funny, the name stuck. All these years stuck in my head.
It's funny to meet you again, though, after buying that Camaro.
Yeah. Just so you know, that car ended up in Kansas.
Did it?
Yeah, and I don't know what happened to it. I ended up putting believe it or not, I put a 302 crate motor in there.
Oh, yeah?
And with slam plug, cast iron slam plug heads.
Yeah.
So I was kind of trying to put something together. I should have put an LT1 in there.
Yeah.
But I didn't. And kept the turbo 400 that you had in there.
Right.
That serviced me fine.
Yep.
I changed the rear end gear to a 410 from a 373.
Okay.
But the car just always, even with that engine in it, just always ran disappointing.
It was a nice car. I like
it was a nice car. There was no problems with it.
Yeah, I bought it from Cook County Storage, towing and storage.
That's exactly what you told me back then.
Yeah, it was stolen. Actually,
honest man.
Yeah. Well, the guy that had it was a kind of a crook as Cook County Towing and Storage, I shouldn't say. But he had it at his house. He wouldn't leave it in the yard when I bought it.
Okay.
He was trying to make money himself extra on the side, not put some good on it.
No kidding. So instead of selling it out of the pound or whatever?
Yep.
Wow. Because I remember you told me it was on a police tow or on a...
Cook County Towing and Storage, called it an auction house.
Obviously, the drivetrain got taken out of it because everybody wanted that engine, you know.
Yep, exactly.
So, anyhow,
okay.
I'm going to give you a card so you know who we are.
All right.
I would have never dreamed when I got up this morning, I'd never dream I'd cross paths with you anymore.
Yeah. So, I'm glad to hear about the Camaro too, though. That worked out.
Yeah, whether it's still breathing or not, I don't know. I should have copied down the VIN number.
Yeah.
But I sold it to a guy that took it to college with him in Kansas.
Yeah.
And I hope it's still together. The guy was a bit of a knucklehead. He might have hot dogged it to death, you know.
That's what I hated to see on the
I took care of the car. I really did. Garage kept all the way through.
Yeah. It's nice to meet you and see you again.
Yeah, Jim, it was Joe.
Yeah. Take care.
All right. Anytime I see that, I'm going to look for you now.
Okay, thank you.
And all of you. Okay, God bless. It was a great time. My hat's off to you for bringing it back.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It's all Italian family too, right?
Well, I sat in this car when I was 11 years old at the International Amphitheater, and I wanted it from that day. So now I'm kind of living a dream here with it, you know. That's why I got it.
That's what it's all about.
Having a lot of fun with it. So we should be out in May with it. We got
You gonna do exhibition stuff with it?
Absolutely. We're gonna race it again.
Okay.
So we just got done updating the chassis and a lot of the other work that need to be updated, bring it up to current spec, and we got to plumb it, wire it, put the trans in it, and then we'll be ready to roll. Like I said, hopefully by the middle of May we'll go out for a test and tune, see what we do, and go forward from there.
You're certainly in good company here. It's like stepping back in time here.
It's a great group with all these cars. There's a lot of beautiful cars here that great to see them again, and keep it alive.
I'm looking at the colors on this. Did Louis from TNT Customs paint this, or was this another?
Yeah, you can see the logo here on both sides.
Oh, okay.
Louis Trench painted it.
Yeah, he's sitting right over there.
1982. He was over here to look at it before.
Okay.
So yeah, he did this car, and he did the original paint scheme. You see the sign up front.
Yeah.
He painted the first paint scheme it had on it before this one.
Okay.
So Louis done both paint jobs on it.
All right.
And it's held up pretty darn good. It's got some battle scars here and there,
but
I'm keeping it as an original Survivor car. I'm going to leave it as is. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. Dude, it was. I was walking around. We're getting ready to leave. Our shooting schedule's over, and I said, I saw the back of this, and I said, if that car says Tellerico on the side, I got to find out who's got it now.
Yeah. He'll be hopefully out with us in the spring to see it come back out again. So.
Okay.
That's what we're doing.
And grab a hand.
Thank you very
so
much.
What was your first name?
Rich.
Rich.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jim.
Good
Ella
to see
Rizzo.
you.
Talian also.
All right, guys.
Let me give you this. So it's gonna be part of the show we do for this whole event.
Great.
So you know who we are.
3, 2, 1, go ahead. When it gets to 30 seconds on that clock, she wins. She's only got to do a minute and a half. Make sure you catch her. All right, she's got 80 seconds. She's 7. She did a second 7. Oh, give it up for her, everybody. She tried. Hey, Mia, good try, Mia. Good try.
Notice, friends, once again, put your hands together for the volunteers at the McDonald House in Chicagoland in northern Indiana. If you don't know what Ronald McDonald House is, imagine this. You've got a sick kid that needs to go to a children's hospital in Chicagoland in northern Indiana. Right? You're worried sick about doing the comforts at home and not have to worry about accommodation because the volunteers, the angels, at Ronald McDonald House are going to see to it that that part of the problem is solved. The average family stays at Ronald McDonald House for 12 nights, some dollars, to keep that going every night. $10, $100, do the math, there's a $90 gap in there. So where's that going to come from? Friends, it's going to please win one more time because what you're doing here is magic, it's very, very important. And the generosity has been superb this weekend. And lastly, how about this auction thing? Let's spell auction in action. Action is what we hope to get. A whole lot of action, a whole lot of fun. Actions, there's food, and there's all sorts of things that come together with the support of outside organizations to make this happen. But the biggest sponsor of all is the World of Wheels. The generosity shown us by World of Wheels for this very expensive piece of real estate inside their show is phenomenal. Friends, they might not hear us, but we need to thank them anyway. World of Wheels, thank you! Oh yeah!
Your hair looks good, James.
Makeup, desperately.
What a long and fun day here at the 60th anniversary of World of Wheels.
I'm loving it. I wouldn't swap a minute else. We ran into a bunch of old friends. And saw some awesome cars upstairs and down.
And where it all began at Chelan. For this year, we're here at the charity auction with the pinstripers behind us, Brushmasters. Sorry.
Brushmasters are tops, boy, especially for raising money for Ronald McDonald House. Very worthy organization.
Such a great cause. Anyway, well, we better get home because we have to edit this video, but we look forward to being back next year. Shout out to Larry Way, who loves AC Variety. We love you, and we love your events. Till next time, this is Jimmy. I'm Clem. You've been hanging with us at World of Wheels.